Namaskar. I'm MJ and we're going to have a simple full body mind yoga class right now. And so we'll begin by anchoring the feet into the earth, pressing all four corners of the feet into the earth, bringing the hands to the heart, pressing those thumbs into the heart and breathing in and breathing out. And so we'll do this 2 or 3 times, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, and one more time. And then we're going to swim the arms out and over the head into snow-capped mountains. So we're having a Colorado spring mountain pose here with the snow on the top. Inhaling, making that snow on top of your mountain, being the mountain, breathing like the mountain. And then exhaling the wings down, bringing the hands to the heart. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we'll do that again. Inhaling the wings out over the head, creating that snow-capped mountain. Stretching up towards the sun, up towards the clear blue sky. And then exhaling down, bringing the hands into the heart. Inhaling and exhaling, and then one more time, inhaling up, building that snow on the mountain, being firm like the mountain, and exhaling down. So this time as we inhale the wings up, we'll exhale down with a nice long back, coming down to Mother Earth, touching the earth. Oh, we have company. Exhaling and coming up. So let me introduce you to Django, bringing the hands down to the heart. Breathing in, and then once again, exhaling. And swan diving down to the feet, coming down to touch Mother Earth. Maybe giving a little touch to Django-roo. And then inhaling and coming back up. Bringing the arms all the way up and then back down to the heart. And then we'll do that one more time. Inhaling the arms out to the sides and up. Exhaling, nice long back as we extend forward and down towards Mother Earth. Having that awakening that happens in the spring. Folding over the feet for a little while. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling those arms up and coming into lightning. So in lightning, the knees are bent. The arms are on a diagonal. And we're feeling that power of the lightning coming through our fingers, coming down towards our torso, coming down through the legs, coming into the earth. Breathing in, breathing out, being that force of lightning. And then straightening the back, bringing the arms down, deepening that bend in the knees for chair. Breathing in, breathing out, trying to watch those knees, tracking straight ahead, not going inside or outside. And then coming down with the chest, sweeping the arms behind us, palms facing downward into ski lift. Once again, breathing in, breathing out, releasing what no longer serves you. And then inhaling the arms up and coming into that series one more time. So bending in the knees, placing the back on a little bit of a diagonal as we become that lightning, becoming that force of energy. As we take it into our lives, as we navigate those waves. Breathing in, breathing out. And then coming into chair, so we're lowering the arms so that they're the arms of the chair. Making that seat of comfort for ourselves and for others. And then bringing the chest down towards the knees, sweeping the arms behind us with the palms facing downwards. Coming into ski jump. We're in Colorado, we're at the top of that ski chute, getting ready to come down into the unknown. Inhaling the arms up, bringing it to the heart. Coming into Tadasana once again and breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling the heartbeat. And then sweeping the arms up over the head and leaning to the side. So as we lean to the side, we're pressing our opposite leg more firmly into the ground, stretching that side body. As we're holding the moon, holding that radiant globe to the side, checking the knees and making sure they're not fixed in the back of the knee joint, so they're a little bit soft. Looking down at the earth, adding that little turn in the neck, and then inhaling that moon up and shining brilliantly as the moon does in the sky. We just passed the super warm moon, and then we're going to exhale to the other side and twisting the neck to look down at the earth again. Breathing in, breathing out. And then coming to full center. And from here we'll swan dive the arms to the side, all the way to the sides and coming down to the earth, into our toes, into Django. Inhaling to the sides all the way up into a gentle back bend. Coming to the center. And then we're going to whirl the arms all the way around, bounce down to the feet and bounce all the way up. And we're going to do the series one more time, coming over to the side, twisting in the neck, looking down at Mother Earth. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhaling and bringing the moon directly overhead, and then taking it down to the other side. Gazing at Mother Earth once again. Renewing our commitment of well-being, wishes of well-being to all living beings in the creation. Then inhaling, bringing that moon up front and center, lighting all those around us. And then exhaling, swan diving, nice long back. Bringing the wings out to the side, coming down to touch the earth. Making that connection with the earth once again. Inhaling back up. Coming into a gentle back bend, tucking the chin in. Breathing in. Breathing out, bringing that moon up front and center. And then once again, we're going to whirl those arms around, come down to the toes. And then coming back up, bringing the hands to the heart. Taking a moment for a time in, breathing in, Breathing out. Allowing time to integrate that series into the mind-body. Sweeping the arms wide like the owl, and then we're going to turn to the side so the back arm comes to the back of the waist, the back of the wrist is on the back of the waist, and the other hand comes to the opposite shoulder as we're twisting to the side. Breathing in, breathing out. Trying to wring out all those challenges of the week. And then unfurling those wings, coming back all the way up. Gliding silently like the owl, and then we're going to turn towards the other side, same thing. Back of the wrist goes to the waist. The other hand goes to the opposite shoulder as we twist to this side. Feeling that twist in the body. Breathing in, breathing out. Then unfurling the wings, bringing them up, and bringing them back to the heart. Closing the eyes and assimilating that twist. So while we're standing upright, we'll bring the hands to the shoulders and do a few elbow circles. So doing elbow circles helps to loosen the shoulders, helps to loosen the higher upper back and the neck. And so as we do these elbow circles, we're going to try to bring our elbows together in the front, kind of kissing the elbows or coming as close as we can. And then going in the opposite direction. Taking inventory of the shoulders and seeing how they feel today. And then as we bring them up one more time, we're going to bring the wings out and fold over, putting the fold of the arms or the hands into the folds of the elbow as we just hang over. Coming into that lower back. Breathing into the back. Exhaling the wings to the side and rising and coming all the way up. Bringing the hands all the way to the center and to the waist as we swing. Let me see. I'm going to go this way, swinging forward with our left foot. So we're setting up our base for Warrior One. So with Warrior One, we're going to have one foot pointed away and the back foot on an angle, on a diagonal in the back. And so we're trying to point our hips straight ahead like headlights. Scooching that front foot forward. Squaring those hips. On the next inhale breath, raising the wings up. Exhaling into that front knee. So there's a little bit of bend in the elbows as we're trying to grow that front leg right out of the ankle. So we're trying to position the knee straight up so it's not hyperextending like this. We want the knee to come straight up over the ankle. Being that spiritual warrior. Pressing into both feet. Exhaling the arms down, straightening the front knee, bringing the hands back to the heart. Breathing in, breathing out. Once again, sending those arms up on the inhale breath, exhaling and bending into that front knee. Becoming that warrior of morality, that warrior of spirituality. Pulling in the tailbone in the back so we don't have too much of a banana back going. Pulling in the stomach in the front. Again, the arms are just hanging upwards, they're not reaching upwards. So relaxing as we're being that warrior. Bringing the hands together, bringing them down, and turning the feet. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And then we're going to turn to sit up in the opposite direction. So the other foot is the lead foot, pointing away from the body. And the back foot is on an angle, on a diagonal behind that foot. So once again, squaring those hips so that they're shining forward, bringing the hands to the heart, inhaling the arms up and open and exhaling into that front knee. Breathing in, breathing out. Being that voice of well-being of all. Being that spiritual warrior. Breathing in, breathing out. And then bringing those hands down together, down to the heart, straightening the leg. And once again, breathing in, breathing out. So we'll go at it one more time in this direction. Inhaling the arms up and open. Exhaling into that front leg. Pressing both those feet into the earth. And trying to position yourself halfway between both those feet. Not too much into the future, not too much into the past. Pulling in the tailbone, pulling in the stomach, breathing in and breathing out. Bringing those hands together and back to the heart. And then we'll bring that back foot up next to its partner. Breathing in, breathing out. So then we'll turn with our back sides into the wall just a little bit, because we're going to come into a balance pose. So just having the glutes a little bit into the wall, just far enough so that if we want to lean away from the wall, we can. Just enough if we need the support of the wall, it's there for us. So in the tree pose, which a lot of things are happening to our tree friends in the spring, we're going to try to bring our foot up, and the foot can either be on the floor. So I'm on the floor with the ball of the foot for sapling, or it can be below the knee for young tree, or it can be above the knee. So trying not to put too much pressure on the knee. And at the same time, we want this knee to go to the side because this pose is a hip opener. So trying to keep this knee to the side as much as we can manage. Listening to that wisdom in the body, bringing the hands to the heart. Feeling those thumbs pressing into the heart as we inhale them up and open those branches into tree. So that base knee is a little bit bent as we have the hands up above us, and we might sway the branches a little bit from left to right, just a little bit. Don't want to upset the apple cart, so to speak. Or you can bring the hands over the head and twinkle the leaves. Inhaling the hands back together, bringing those branches down to the heart, and bringing this trunk down to the earth. Once again, breathing in, breathing out. Remembering how beautiful the trees are in this season when they hardly have any leaves, might have some buds, but you can see their forms. You can see where they've had challenges. You can see where they have struggled. And then we'll get ready to express the tree on the other side. So choosing what form, what expression of tree you want to embrace, where you want to place that trunk, if it's going to be on the ground, on the calves, or above the knee. And again, we want that knee to the side. Trying to grow that tree upward. And sending those branches up and open. And hope that your cat doesn't pounce on one of your branches while you're holding the tree. And again, we can sway those branches gently from side to side like they did during that snowstorm last night. Or stretch your arms up and twinkle your leaves. Bringing those hands together, back to the heart, and sending that trunk down into the earth. And once again, as your roots are established into that ground, anchoring into the earth, closing the eyes for just a moment. Receiving that vibration of the tree. Being that shelter to so many living beings. So then we'll come down to the ground. So coming down into a cross-legged position first, and then eventually bringing the soles of the feet together. And here the hands can be on top of the feet. They can be under the feet. The feet might be away from the body, or the feet might be close to the body. So where is your comfort level, and how do you want to express the turtle today? So doming the back as the turtle does. The turtle carries its own wherever it goes. Feeling that dome in the back, breathing into the back body. Feeling that expansion and contraction of the back. So a lot of the times we breathe through the frontal body and we have that awareness of the breath in the front. But sometimes we need to bring that awareness into the back. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. Coming into a simple cross-legged position. And once again, we're going to bring our wings up and turning to the left, anchoring all those fingertips into the earth as we twist to this side. Breathing in, breathing out, wringing out all those troubles, all the troubles that have come during the week. Imagine them being wrung out of the body, just like you would squeeze a wash rag, squeezing all the water out. And then we're going to glide our wings again towards the front and then again towards the side, anchoring all those fingertips into the earth. As we press down through the sitting bones, twisting the body this way. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Lifting those wings, bringing them to center again. And this time we're going to bring our left knee into our chest. So with yoga, I should say, we massage a lot of the internal organs when we practice and express yoga. So hugging that knee up and then stretching that leg out, pressing through the heel, stretching those hamstring muscles underneath. And bringing it in again to the chest, hugging it up, and then exhaling, swinging it out, and this time we will maybe make some ankle circles in one direction, and then again in the other direction, and bring that leg in, squeezing it and growing up at the same time, so we're not collapsing that back. And then exhaling that foot out, and this time we'll point those toes, point the heel, point the toes, and point the heel. And then this time as we bring it back, we're going to put down the forearm on one side and pull the leg around behind us. So it's right behind my front foot. And then I'm going to lift that knee so that hopefully that leg is hip width above the ground. Feeling that quad muscle between the knee and the hip crease. Stretching that muscle. Being present with the hips. Being present with the traffic jam that might be there. Inhaling that knee up. Breathing into that hip. And then bringing it back around front. So since the other leg is saying me too, we're going to bring that other leg up, hugging it into the chest and sweeping it out. Doesn't matter how high. Just sweeping it out and making sure that foot is square so the toes are kind of pointing back towards you. And then bringing it in again. Growing the body upwards. Not collapsing the back. And then sweeping out again. And this time we're going to do the ankle circles once again. Oh, my ankle's talking to me. Doing a couple times in one direction, a couple times in the other direction, and then bringing that leg in and hugging it up once again. Sweeping it out, and this time we will point the toes, point the heels, point the toes, point the heel. And then I'm going to put my forearm down on the other side as I bend this leg and bring it around behind me. Again, my foot is right in front of my knee, and I'm lifting that knee up about hip width or hip height. Trying to be present with that hip. Trying to send the breath into that hip, into all those little pockets of stress that may reside in the pelvis. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And then once again, we'll bring that foot around to the front. So as we come up into the front, I am going to turn sideways on my mat and come down on the stomach for cobra. So initially we can have the hands underneath the forehead as we come down with the head into the floor, into the mat. Inhaling and exhaling. Keeping the hands in place, inhaling and coming up, kind of into baby cobra, and then exhaling and coming down. Taking a complete yogic breath. And then once again, inhaling up and exhaling down. Taking another complete yogic breath. Then bringing the hands so that they're near the ears. And as I inhale up, my arms, the forearms slide forward as I come from darkness into light. The Sphinx. The Sphinx is completely looking into the sun on that first day of spring. It's facing that brilliance of light. And then on the exhale, we lift the arms, bring them close into the body as we come down. Breathing in a complete yogic breath. And then on the inhale, the arms lift up and slide forward, and we come up for Sphinx. Baby Bhujangasana. Breathing in, breathing out. And then as we exhale, we lift the arms up and pull them back into the body. Taking a complete yogic breath. And then on the next expression, we're either going to do the Sphinx again or come onto your hands, so whatever feels comfortable to the body. Inhaling, sliding those hands a little forward, coming up into Bhujangasana, keeping those elbows close to the body. Breathing in, breathing out, and then exhaling and coming down slowly, more slowly than we came up. Coming all the way down, bringing the hands in towards the body. So the hands should be right around the ears. This time, once again, before we go up, we're going to pull those shoulders up like we're lifting our sail, and then inhale up. Having those elbows bent, spreading those fingers wide, being that cobra. Everybody wants a cobra in India. They get rid of all the rodents, and then exhaling, escalatoring down, coming down slowly, coming down into the mat, into Mother Earth. Taking one more complete yogic breath. And then we'll come up into the cobra of your choice. Either the Sphinx, either the full Bhujangasana, whatever expression you feel you would like to perform. And then exhaling down slowly. So we're going to move from Bhujangasana, coming up into tabletop. And from tabletop, we're going to come into what I call the camel pose. So on the camel pose, if you have sensitive knees or if you need to support those knees, you can roll up your mat underneath it. And with the camel pose, it may be done either on what I call the low kneel or the high kneel. And so I'll be expressing this in the high kneel because my knees talk to me when I'm in the low kneel. So inhaling, and as we inhale, the arms come open and the hand goes back to the same heel. The other hand comes up, and I like to put this hand with the thumb and forefinger touching as if this was a star. Breathing in, breathing out. Gentle back bend. So if this is too intense for you, you can put the hand on the back of the waist as well. And then we'll bring both hands to the hips and we'll exhale down so the hands will go to the knees, around to the calves, and we're bringing the forehead down to the mat. And then we're going to inhale onto the crown of the head while our hands are holding on to the calves. Bringing a lot of energy into the brain. Breathing in, breathing out. And then rolling back to the forehead. And then with the hands around the calves coming up, bringing the arms out. And this time we'll bring the other arm back onto that heel so the toes are curled under. And we'll bring the opposite hand with the thumb and forefinger together. It's the star guiding the ship of the desert. Gentle back bend, or again with the hand on the waist. And then we'll come vertical. The hands come down the legs towards the knees. Then they go around the knees towards the heels. And we come down on the forehead. And we roll on to the top of the head. Rolling on to the crown. Breathing in. Breathing out. And we'll roll down to the forehead once again. And with the hands around the calves, helping us to come back up into an upright position. And then we'll come down. So now as we come down to a seated position, we're going to do a little yoga massage that is good for the respiratory system, that is good for supporting the immune system. And springtime is that time for viruses. It is that time for colds. And so this is something to keep in mind to jumpstart the immune system. So it begins by rubbing the hands together, creating that little energy surge in the hands, and then bringing them to the sides of the nose. And so our sinuses are in there. And so massaging the sides of the nose 3 times. Coming across those cheekbones. So we have all kinds of sinuses which they will talk to you from time to time and let you know they are there. And then we're going to jump to the chin and take our 2 thumbs and have them follow the jawbone. So there's these lymph nodes in here, and the lymph does not have an organ like the heart, revitalizing, keeping that lymph flowing, so sometimes we have to help that. And that is one of the main components of the immune system. So then we'll cross the hands like this and come down the chin. All those coming down the throat. Lymph nodes are in there, and right around the collarbones there's a necklace of lymph nodes in there. And those are some of the lymph nodes that are the portals for safeguarding the whole upper torso. So we're going to kind of tap them a little bit so we can take the hands and put them in fists. Here comes Django, he wants to be a part of this. Why do you come when I'm beating myself up? So we're going to revitalize all those lymph nodes and excite them and get them doing their job. All around here and the thymus. Then we're going to take the left hand over to the shoulder. Then we're going to circle the shoulder and then stick that thumb right in the armpit. So there's a shallow part of the armpit, and then there's the deeper part of the armpit. And so we're kind of going to do some serious mining in that area so that we can wake up those lymph nodes and help them move along and to do their job. So this is the other portal into the upper part of the body. So this is a portal into the lungs, into the breasts. How to keep that immune system fit. And then we'll bring the other hand over and circle the other shoulder 3 times. And then we'll stick this thumb into that armpit. And sometimes it's a little sensitive under there, which means it needs some TLC. It's really coming into that area. And then we'll come back to our chest, rubbing away from the heart. And the lungs go down quite a ways. The lungs come down into the ribs. The ribs form this cage that protects the lungs and the heart. And so we're coming all the way down here and bringing energy into our lungs and our respiratory system. So in the cobra is one of the poses that are really good for enhancing the immune system. So then we are going to move from this yoga massage down onto our mats for deep relaxation. So coming down, and as we lay in Shavasana, we can either lay with the legs straight or with the legs bent, according to what your body would like, with the hands facing upward. So the hands are kind of like receivers, receiving all that positive energy from the universe. Closing the eyes, turning the head gently from side to side, seeing how the neck is doing, trying to help the neck to release. So puddling into the earth and bringing the awareness to the breath as we breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathing out. And coming into a more relaxed breath pattern. Where the breath just flows like the ocean, with the tides coming in and the tides coming out. Feeling all the points where the body comes in contact with Mother Earth. And releasing our energy into those points. Releasing into the earth, and then we're going to play a kirtan tune. This is a Bhavanam Kevalam chant, and Bhavanam Kevalam means love is everywhere. Love is in every molecule of the creation. Rolling the body onto one side. Placing the hands into the earth and pushing yourselves up. Coming into a seated position. Namaskar. I greet you with the charms of my mind and the love and compassion in my heart. May you always find the sunny side. Thank you for coming.